Hello creatives, welcome to Artist Star. My name is Beth and I am at the gallery today for the Zodiac series. This reading is for Gemini, whose correlating major arcana card is the Lovers. This is the artist card here to represent you as the open vessel, ready to receive whatever source can draw from the well of infinite creativity. So Geminis, this reading, this spread is called In the Spotlight. This first row here, we are going to use the Creativity Oracle, and we're going to ask, where should I focus my creative energy at this time? Second row with the Soul's Journey, how best should I integrate this information into my craft? And third, with the Spirit Messages, we are going to ask what underlying misconception needs to be visited. Can often be the key to the whole reading. Next, we'll follow up with the Cards of Truth, clarify a little more with the Lenormand cards, and last but not least, we are going to use the Starseed cards for a final message from Source, see what else they would share with you, and we're going to do a roll of the astrology dice to find out what sign, planet, and house will help us figure things out just that little bit more. So let's get started. We'll go to this first row and ask, where should I focus my creative energy at this time? Success. Wow. Okay. You got a 79 there. So, yeah, that's 16. So it's 7. Deduces to 7. That's a nice number to have. Numerology. Enjoying your life and the unfolding of your creative abilities as much as possible is real success. So enjoying doing what you do. If you don't enjoy it, why are you doing it? So very cool backside here. It's the crane, which is really, or an egret, I guess. It could be a white egret, but very spiritual. It's interesting that your number deduces to a 7 as well, also very spiritual. I'm going to leave this face up so you can look at it and just read this one more time. Enjoying your life and the unfolding of your creative abilities as much as possible is real success. Right? Just finding joy in the journey. 3 of Hearts. This is very interesting that we're talking about finding that joy in the journey, because the 3 of Hearts, either way, is talking about emotional change. So it is in reverse. So there's some stuck energy here around letting go of something that has been a fulfillment for you emotionally. So, yeah. It is also Temperance energy. Should get that out there too, which is decision making, right? And it's also, well, when it's in reverse and it's stuck like this, it is more about having a heartache, something that you are really digging in your heels to avoid changing. There's something emotionally that is really being stubborn about moving, or just hasn't had the opportunity to move, or you've been really knuckling, hanging on to it. Very interesting. I wonder what that could be around success and enjoying the journey. Very interesting here. Hmm. All right. Well, let's see what the Lenormand has to say. Oh, another obstacle card, the mountain. So this speaks of it just being a really, really difficult. You will get there, but there's going to be some confrontation, and there will be strife, and it's not going to be easy. But the only way that you can succeed, and it has the word succeed here, is through courage and persistence are all you'll need. So it says, confront the mountain as you would a fierce foe. To avoid your defeat, strike hard the first blow. This clear obstacle is a chance to succeed. Courage and persistence are all you will need. Wow. Gemini. Eesh. Really, you've got, you're being challenged here. An emotional challenge that is being very difficult on your road to success. Maybe you've just become disenchanted with the journey and you need to figure out some way of reconnecting with it, to understanding that the journey is the success. That those successes that are validated by outside sources are fabulous. They're great for the ego. They are a checking in with you being on the right path. But ultimately, it is you being happy with you finding self-satisfaction, being self-validated, knowing that not every day is going to be a success, not every thing that you try, and even every success doesn't always last forever. Everything, life is being tweaked, right? Yeah, the disenchanted just really feels like that is what is happening here. Disenchanted and finding it tough, not really being able to tap into what you need to get you going again, get your motor running. All right, well, let's see what the second row has to say, because this is where you should be focusing right now. This is where that creative energy is. So when you can get this realized, you'll be able to move forward. You'll find that way over, around, through that mountain. That's the obstacle, the emotional obstacle, whether it's within you or something that you're projecting, something that's being projected on you. Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to how best you should integrate this information into your craft at this time. Doubt. I can see where this would fit in. I release the need to know all the answers. So perhaps that's why part of the obstacle that is in front of you is the doubt on what you need next. So part of that is letting go, right? You got to let go of that need in order to let that energy free up and allow something to come through. You can't be so stubborn in it. You're not a stubborn sign, Gemini. Usually you are just this free spirit that is willing to look at anything from any different direction. You find it all useful. You are the communication sign, right? Yes, Mercury, your ruling planet. And in the third house, communications. It's everything to you. So it's some communication within yourself is the indecisive. Knowing how to get back in touch with that feeling that the journey is the success. All right, let's look at the cards of truth here. The Six of Diamonds. This is lovely. This is great energy. It's Venus energy. It's success. It's hard work paying off. It's being validated by an outside source. So it's being recognized, and there is a general satisfaction with your skills, your talents, your influence, right? Because it's Venus energy. This is all about creature comforts and luxuries, fulfillment. And it's also a very intuitive, psychic sign. Very grounded, diamonds, earth, energy, and having that clear-sightedness. Very clear-sighted. On the other side, there can be a shallowness and an ego-driven. And I only say that because if there is this obstacle here where you are unable to get over, through, or around some emotional rock sitting in your path that you can't seem to budge it, get it out, that could be ego driven. So do take a look at that just to make sure that it's not all this thing that's holding you back from within. It's a very good possibility that it could be. But as I said, this is like the perfect card that you could get here that will tell you whether or not, because it's the intuitive card, it is being in touch with spirit. It is being psychic. Realizations, right? It's huge. And as long as you're putting in the effort, you will see results. You get rewarded that way with the six. Very nice. All right, so let's move on to the Lenormand here. Okay, get the house. This is interesting. I'm going to read it. A stately house beyond the gate bestows stability upon your fate. In love and play, your chance to win depends on how you first begin. So, recognizing that there is some doubt on your part to move forward around or through or over this emotional obstacle in order to get back on your right path of understanding the successes in the journey. You've got everything you need right here to get you back on that easy street, right? Off to the next best thing. So let's look into that particular information, that meter that you can tuck, or you can be in touch with, an inner meter that makes you question whether or not you can move forward, where that energy is that is standing in the way of getting back on track. that doubt, that emotional heaviness are great clues for you to understand. Just need to listen to it and know how to begin to get back on the path. Okay, so let's move on to the third row and let's see if we have a key here into what underlying misconception needs to be visited. What is it that might tip the balance? Synchronicity. Very nice. Oh, that just sits with the diamond here so beautifully. This is you letting go just enough to let some of this energy from Source make it through. It says you are noticing the signs of synchronicity that the spirit world has been sending to you at this time. They say it as a question mark. Are you noticing the signs of synchronicity that the spirit world has been sending to you at this time? Right? Or are you full of doubt and emotional baggage? People and situations in your life are not just appearing by coincidence. In reality, they're being guided to you from the spirit world to help you for a specific reason. I love it. Oh my goodness, that is a beautiful card for you to get here. Your key is to letting go just enough. Write it down. Write down what your doubts are. Write down that emotional something that is holding you from taking that first step to get back on track. Because that is exactly what this card is asking you to do. That is your key to this reading. Ask of your daimon, your guiding spirit, source, to channel, to help you, help yourself through this, to start giving you clues as to how to move this forward, how to let go of it. The threes are about letting go for something better. It's a little tough right now because it's all you've got to hold on to. For whatever reason that might be, you are feeling very heavy with this emotional load. It's too big to get over the mountain with. And it has something to do with you doubting what you're being given from Source. That you're waiting to hear more of an answer before you move forward. When Source is telling you that they're sending them, you just haven't been able to connect to the way that they're sending. So ask for something different. You can ask. All right, let's see what the cards of truth have. Oh, Six of Hearts. This is so beautiful for you. Oh, both sixes, both in the upright position. Just this really lovely validation from Source that this is the right thing for you to do, to listen, to just lighten up, let go that little bit. Start looking closer for signs. When you start seeing them, it is so going to open up for you. And this is telling you so, because again, it is validation. It is the complete opposite of this. This is you making sense of this. You making sense of this and getting yourself back on that beautiful path of enjoying the journey, the process. Ah, that is so beautiful. That glitch in your giddy up. Yep, that is about to be figured out and sorted through, and you knowing exactly which way to get you back on that track that you are so happy on. It's all for something better. All right, so let's see what the Lenormand card is. Oh, that's interesting. So it's the birds in reverse. Upright, it's chatter. It can be gossip, but it can be you and your friends having a great conversation as well. It all depends on the cards that are around it. And where this is in reverse, I am going to say that there is chatter within that is so noisy, you haven't been able to hear the signs that are being given to you. So again, the cards are asking you to just be quiet, to give yourself a break. Just let go of this situation for whatever amount of time that you need. Because you have gotten such beautiful cards here saying that success, that listening to Spirit is right there for you. They are sending love, support, encouragement, and whatever else you need. It is right there for you. Just got to stop the inner chatter about being doubtful, about being able to hear it. What is that? It's a catch-22. Oh, man. All right. Goodness gracious, Gemini, right? It's like you having this argument with yourself. That is your sign. Oh, all about communications and how horrific that you're stuck in that. But Source is telling you, you are not going to be stuck for long. That just as soon as you can take a good, curious, and comical look at the doubts around being able to hear, this is all going to start to loosen. And you will find your way. Okay, so let's move on to last but not least. We'll do the dice and we will pick a card and see what else Source would have you know. I just do this by feel, and when my intuition tells me I've run my finger over the right one, that is the one that is the message for you. Ascension. Get above the chatter. Get above the noise. Your soul is evolving to higher states of consciousness. You are ready for this. Oh, I love these cards. Oh my goodness, that is like the perfect message for you. You are ready to rise above it all and to see it from an eagle's point of view, right? All right. I bet you're ready for that. All right. Let's see where else we can look for some answers. Ooh, okay. Very interesting. So, we have Jupiter bringing the lovely, beautiful, joyful spotlight on everything to open the way. That's nice. I love that. You've got the 8th house, which is all about that mysterious connections with the other world. It is about death and regeneration, so time to let go and let something in. And you got Capricorn. Yes, very nice sign there. That is all about having that strength of character, that sure-footedness. That is the goat going up the side of the mountain. This is such a beautiful sign for you to get right now. It is earth energy, so it's all about your career, your public standing in the 10th house, so which is where it lives, Capricorn. And in the 8th house, it's Scorpio. It's all about death and regeneration. So that is really lovely as well. And Jupiter just brings this really beautiful light and joy to the whole thing. So if you can stay in that energy and just enjoy that ride, then you are going to find yourself back on track in no time. Beautiful reading for you, Gemini. In whatever area that you are feeling that stuckness, that emotional baggage, or whatever it is, the doubt, it is about to shift. Start listening. Open up a little bit. You are ready for it. Very, very nice. Okay, Gemini, thank you for watching, and best of luck to you. And as always, happy creating.